Welcome to Blackford High School. Tonight's IHSAA Indiana boys basketball matchup between the Blackford Bruins and the South Adams Starfires.
As we honor America, playing of our national anthem, performed by our Broad Pet Band under the direction of Mrs. Cassidy Martin.
The Blackford Bruins come in tonight's game ranked number 6 in Class 2A, coming off a big win last night against Madison Grant. Blackford's now moved to 10-0.
Time to meet our visiting South Adams Starfires. Don start. Number 2, Henry Craig. Number 3, Nolan Culper. 5, Easton Odell. 14, Carson Ellenberger. 15, Hunter Fields. 22, Jake Provost. 25, Derek Beaver. Starting from the Starfires, number 1, Derek McCain. Number 10, Jax Warner. 11, Gavin Herring. Number 12, Owen Rowe. Number 20, Titus Lehman. Coach, Kyle Rowe. For your Blackford Bruins, non-starters, number 1, Hunter Fletcher. 3, Javion McFall. 12, Jacob Berry. 15, Cohen Pitts. 22, Jacob Dillon. 33, Eli Morgan. Starting for the Bruins, number 0, Murray Leggett.
Leggett last night set a career high scoring mark for Blackford, scoring 41.
McFeely. Number 23, Mason Kitterman.
Kitterman's Blackford's second leading scorer. Look for him to add a lot of offensive firepower tonight in support of Leggett.
Number 40, Reggie Durant. Rose are coached by Harry Daniels, assisted by Garrett Craig, Dylan Baranowski, and Scott Cagle. Tonight's officials, Jack Ripley, Darryl Watson, John Wright.
Well, thanks for joining us here tonight. Blackford has owned this matchup the last 7 years, winning 6 of the last 7. But South Adams stunned Blackford last year with an upset win at the Stardome. So Blackford looking to avenge that loss here tonight.
Jump ball goes to the Bruins.
South Adams is led so far in the season by seniors Lehman and McKean. Lehman number 15, McKean number 1, both averaging about 15 points a game. McKean's a little bit smaller, more of an outside threat. Here's Leggett with the dish to Dillon. He gets the easy bucket, 1 assist already for Leggett. He's averaging about 5 a game.
The one basket, number 32, Jacob Dillon.
Here's McKean, number 1. He's a 3-point threat for South Adams. Number 10 is Warner. This is number 20, Lehman. That's his 9th 3-point shot for the season. He's the second, well, he's basically tied for leading scorer with McKean, but both of them like that 3-point shot. McKean's a lot better at knocking them down. Lehman only 20% on the season, but he got the first one and put the Starfires up front as Leggett is up a little bit short. Lehman kicks it out in the corner. That was Rowe with the miss. It's Herring with the 3. And quickly the Starfires are up 6-2. Herring's a 37% 3-point shooter. That's only his 4th of the season. So a good start for the Starfires. There's Dillon with the quick move. Nice up and under for the big man. There's Warner. McKean will launch one from deep. A little bit long. Oh, rebound to Warner. He's knocked down, but fight for it. It's going to have a jump ball. That's going to stay with the Starfires. Blackford plays a little bit of a combination of a man-to-man and zone defense as McKean launches another one. He gets it to go. It's another 3-point shot for the Starfires. They're up 9-4.
3 for 5 from 3-point range is South Adams early in this game. And 3 different players have hit a 3-pointer.
Leggett will drive baseline. We're going to have a foul on the rebound. If that's going to go against McKean, it is. So McKean has a 3, Herring has a 3, and Lehman has a 3 for the Starfires. So Maury Leggett, Blackford's leading scorer. He's averaging a little over 26 points a game for Blackford. He'll go to the line. He's shooting about 80%, but couldn't get that one to fall. Leggett coming off 2 career highs. Set his career high last weekend before topping it last night with 41 against Madison Grant. And what was a closer contest than I think we expected. Blackford came into that game last night about a 20-point favorite. Madison Grant played well. The senior Barnhart went off for, I think, about 17 in the second and third quarters to hold that game close. Madison Grant stayed within 4 halfway through the third quarter, but as Leggett drives, gets the finger roll. Eventually, Blackford was able to pull away last night. Went easily in the fourth quarter. Oh, Rose shot blocked by Kitterman.
Nice block.
There's Lehman for 3 and another one for the Starfires. And they have doubled the Bruins score now, 14-7, halfway through the first quarter.
8 points for Lehman. He had 23 in the win over Blackford last year. Something about this matchup for him.
Leggett found Dillon on the baseline, or on the blocks, but he couldn't get that one to go, but he does draw the foul.
Foul call Starfires, number 11, Perry. His first, team second. At the line for the Bruins, number 32, Jacob Dillon. 2 shots.
So that foul on Herring's his first, just the second on the team. South Adams scoring at a torrid pace so far, only halfway through this first quarter. Dillard gets the second to go. Lehman battles against Leggett. Over to McKean. Kicks it back out to Herring. This time the shot didn't go. That rebounds to McFeely. Pushes it down. Duran just about loses the handle. Leggett looking to find a shot. Finds Duran in the corner. Back to Leggett. Kitterman had a tough first half last night, 3-point shooting, and that's part of the reason Madison Grant was able to stay close. But in the second half, Kitterman started lighting things up from downtown as Blackford pulled away. Blackford's got a fair bit of size at every position, and teams have a hard time getting it inside, but they do this time, getting it into Lehman. Unfortunately, he has no success.
First miss of the night for Lehman.
Leggett's called for the travel. That's pretty unusual. That's really his best skill, is to be able to slash through the lane through multiple defenders. Really rarely called for it. Anything like that. Lehman a little long on that one. Rebound to Kitterman. There's Leggett again from the corner. That's good. That's 5 for Leggett, and Blackford pulls to within 4. Lehman on the drive, gets that up over Kitterman, off the glass and in. Leggett finds Kitterman right inside, tried to find Dillon on the baseline, but Starfire step in front of that one. That's Herring able to battle inside.
Number 11, Herring, 2-point basket.
But Starfire's up by 8, their largest lead of the game here with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, the ball stolen away from Dillon by McKean.
And a turnover.
Oh, McKean blocked. McKean blocked by Duran. The South Adams fan definitely wanted a foul there. Eli Morgan checks in for Blackford, replacing Jacob Dillon. Oh. Lehman with the drive and the jumper. Morgan gets a rebound. Leggett for 3. Rebound to Herring. Herring on the drive, off the glass and in, and South Adams is up by 10, doubling the Bruins 20-10. Duran finds Morgan. Back to Duran. Skip past to McFeely. Able to keep it from going out of bounds. No, actually he was. Oh, I guess must have stutter stepped on the landing there. Stayed in bounds, but it's called for a travel.
Back in for the Bruins, number 32, Jacob Dillon.
Move all the way up court. With 30 seconds to go, we'll see if South Adams elects to hold for one. Doesn't really look like they're going to. Well, maybe they will. This is Warner being guarded closely by Duran. Go down to 10 seconds, and South Adams will call a timeout and set up their final shot here in the first quarter. So a red hot start so far for the South Adams Starfires as they've come down from the Stardome to visit Bruin Gymnasium, and they lead by 10 points. 20 points already here in this first quarter.
Blackford was able to overcome the slow start last night, but never trailed by nearly this much.
I don't believe the Bruins even, I'm not sure they even trailed last night.
Just a little bit in the first quarter, but yeah, never more than one possession. South Adams a much stronger opponent, or at least has been so far this season, than Madison Grant. So,
yeah, the computer ranking projections would make Blackford about a 10-point favorite tonight, maybe 12 if you add the home court advantage. But yeah, one of the tougher teams they've played so far this season. Although they played Bluffton earlier this year, and I think Bluffton is 7 or 8-2 now. They've had a really good season. They were getting some votes in the rankings of Class 2A. So Lehman drives and is called for the foul in the final 2 seconds. There are 2 seconds left here in the quarter, so Blackford will get one chance to toss it down the court. Looks like they're going to throw it short. Kind of surprised by that. Lehman's going to, Leggett's going to check it up. And that'll end the first quarter. So in the first quarter, Leggett has 5 for Blackford, and Jacob Dillon has the other 5 on at least one nice assist from Leggett. South Adams are being led so far by Herring with 11 points. McKean's got a 3-pointer himself. Well, with last night's win, Blackford moved to the top of the Central Indiana Conference standings with Eastbrook at 3-0. There were no other contests in the conference last night, so Blackford stays there. Oak Hill stays half a game behind with 2 wins, no losses. I think everyone expects those 3 teams will be battling it out for the conference championship. Those head-to-head contests will take place in, I think, the last 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, Blackford plays Oak Hill. That'll be the very last conference game of the year for Blackford. So hopefully a collision course for a big matchup there. Blackford can take care of business in their other games, and Eastbrook will be at the end of January.
So Kitterman finds Morgan underneath the basket. He gets an easy one. Good start to the second quarter for the Bruins. As Lehman comes up well short. Dillon with the rebound. Dillon and Morgan now both in here at the same time. A lot of times they alternate, but Leggett hits the shot from the free throw line. That's 7 for Leggett. The Blackford student section getting a little excited, cheering on the Bruin defense, but they have a foul call. I believe that's on Kitterman. Nope, that'll be on Morgan.
It's first.
It's Lehman with the shot. Well off the mark. He thought he was bumped, but the rebound put back
Scoring for South Adams, number 12, Owen
That
Rowe.
was Rowe. That's Rowe's first bucket of the night. McFeely to Dillon. Dillon finds Morgan on the baseline again. Excellent vision. That looks like something that was maybe coached ahead of time. They were ready for that. I don't know if they saw something in game film, but Blackford seemed very expecting that defense and knew where the open man was going to be. That's not the first time tonight they find Morgan or Dillon right under the basket, wide open.
Yeah, between Dillon and Morgan, they've got 8 of Blackford's 16 points tonight.
Which is unusual for Blackford. The leading scorer is Leggett by far, averaging about 26. And Kitterman, the second leading scorer for Blackford, his average is about 15 points a game.
Yeah, Kitterman yet to take a shot in this one.
There's McKean. Leggett about loses the handle. McKean almost stole it. Kitterman for 3. It's his first look tonight, and he knocks it down. So a big shot there by Kitterman as Blackford cuts the lead down to 3, and the South Adams call timeout. Jake Blackford's success a lot of times everybody focuses on Leggett, but that makes Kitterman such a key to Blackford's success. Kitterman actually is shooting just a percentage point higher than Amari Leggett from three-point land at 39% versus Leggett's 38%.
Yeah, we saw how important that was last night when in the first half Kitterman only had a couple points and Bruins were struggling a little bit, and in the second half he hit 4 3-pointers and really helped the Bruins pull away there in the fourth quarter.
Jacob, are there other games of interest happening tonight with conference opponents or conference foes? I see Zionsville's at Oak Hill tonight.
Yeah, that Zionsville Oak Hill game will be a big one. Zionsville's actually favored in that game a little bit by the computer rankings. Their record is not all that impressive at 7-5, but of course they play a lot of those really tough Hamilton County teams. So they're a top 20 team in 4A, and it'll be a very tough opponent for Oak Hill tonight with their undefeated record on the line.
Foul call Bruins, number 32, Dillon. Checking in for the Bruins, number 40, Reggie Duran. In for Starfires, number 15, Hunter Fields. Number 2, Henry Craig.
So South Adams up by 3, trying to stem the Bruin comeback here. Blackford trailed by 10 at the start of the quarter, and we're only 2.5 minutes in, and they've cut into that pretty significantly as Craig now launches a 3. Rebound to Kitterman. Here's Duran from the left side. Ball poked out by Kitterman, but right into the hands of Owen Rowe. There's Craig again. Out to Warner. Oh, the dreaded support strap. McFeely cross court. Kitterman in the lane. Draws the foul.
Foul call in South Adams, number 20, Lehman. At the line for the Bruins, number 23, Kitterman. 2 shots.
So Kitterman will go to the line. He's got 3 points tonight. He's 75% free throw shooter. Give him 4 now. 1 free throw to go with his 1 3-pointer. Second one's off the mark, but the ball comes to Duran. Kitterman will go for another three, and he knocks it down again. And Blackford back on top, 23-20. 13-2 run for Blackford.
Of the night for Blackford.
Blackford's just a different team when Kitterman's knocking down three-point shots.
Yeah, and that's not undervalue the big offensive rebound there from Reggie Duran. He's had a couple big plays tonight.
Herring. Rebound Leggett. It has Dillon. Pulls it out, kicks it back out to Kitterman. Kitterman will drive. Kitterman having a great second quarter. That's 9 points. I believe all of those this quarter. Lehman against Leggett. Leggett pokes it out. He's got quick hands. Lehman from the corner gets that one to go. And we're tied back up.
Checking back in for the Starfighters. Number 1, Derek McKean.
So McKean's back in for South Adams. He's got only 3 points so far, averaging 12 a game. Duran from the left corner. It's his favorite spot. Blackford shooter is definitely heating up here in the second quarter. Craig tries to spin against Duran, and Duran's called for the foul.
Foul Bruins, number 40, Reggie Duran.
That'll be Duran's first.
His first, team's third.
Neiman again from the corner. Rebound Leggett.
South Adams, number 12, Rowe. Checking in from South Adams, number 3, Nolan Colbert.
Foul on the drive was on Owen Rowe. That's just his first for South Adams. No one really in any foul trouble for either team. Nobody has more than one. There's McFeely in the lane. Thought about shooting. Back out to Kitterman. Not this time. Rebound to Lehman. It's Craig. Maybe a couple of steps there. Hunter Fields was posting up inside. Fields gets a rebound. Gonna try to force his way in there. I think it was off his toe though. Yes, it was. That's gonna be Bruin basketball. After trailing by 10 here at the start of the quarter, Blackford's come all the way back to take a 3-point lead as we come into the final minutes of the half. And again, Jacob Dillon found wide open on the baseline. Didn't get that one to go, but draws the foul.
Foul called South Adams, number 15, Fields.
When both Leggett or Kitterman drive the lane, the defenders have to come over to try to stop the ball, and that leaves Dillon and or Morgan sometimes wide open on the baseline, and the Bruins are able to find them more times than not. It's actually led to much more balanced scoring for the Bruins than you see most nights. Right now, Kitterman's leading scoring with 9 for Blackford. Leggett's got 7. Dillon has 5. Duran's got 3 for Blackford on 1 3-pointer. There's Lehman against Kitterman. Wrap-around pass. Craig in the lane with the floater. A little long. Oh, a jump ball. That was kind of a quick call there, but it's going to go to the Bruins. Leggett gets the screen, gets him free for the 3-point shot. That's off the mark. That rebound to Henry Craig. Here's Lehman. Craig. Craig with the drive, gets tripped by McFeely. I believe that may send McFeely to the line.
Bruins, number 14, McFeely. The second,
that's a second on McFeely. Just the 4th on the team, so no free throws yet. Jacob, I do like the relatively new rule where we don't shoot the fouls, team fouls reset at each quarter, and you don't shoot until the 5th foul. It's really cut down on the number of free throws. That
certainly makes the game flow a lot better.
That shot by Fields blocked by, I believe that was Duran, but
Falcon Bruins, number 40, Duran.
That was by Duran. That's actually Duran's, I guess, just his second.
Checking in for the Bruins, number 3.
That's junior Hunter Fields with the free throw. He averages 6 points a game, shooting only 44% in the free throws. So bringing that percentage up a little bit with hitting 2 there and making this a 1-point game still. Oh, Leggett tries to put the dunk in. Had a nice dish from Kitterman, but couldn't quite get it to go. He can definitely dunk, but he just doesn't quite get up quite high enough to get some of those more contested dunks in.
It was a really nice play.
It really was.
Lost Leggett back there, and they were able to find him. Couldn't finish.
Craig inside the Copart. That's Field with the shot, couldn't get it to go. Leggett, once he gets the defense moving backwards, they're in trouble.
That felt like an important sequence right there, getting close to halftime.
15, Fields. Leggett at the line for 1 shot. Checking in the Starfires lineup, number 11, Gavin Harry.
So Leggett gets that one to go, gives him 11 tonight. Actually, that's just 10, and looks like South Adams will hold for the last shot here as we enter the last 15 seconds of the half. Lehman will walk it up for the Starfires. 5 seconds ago. Oh! Lehman has such quick hands. This time he's called for the foul. Bruin fans not liking that.
Foul on Bruins, number 0, Leggett. Team's 5th. At the line for the Starfires, number 20, Lehman. 2 shots.
So that will send Lehman to the line. So kind of a big play there. Starfires down by 4. Lehman able to cut into that lead, now down to 3 with 3.8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Lehman with the second gives him 15 points, and we've got a 2-point game. Kitterman will take it down the floor. He does get that shot off, but it's well short. So I think a little bit closer one than maybe we expected here. South Adams took a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter, leading
Blackford Athletics.
20-10, but Blackford roared back to take the lead here in the second quarter.
He has eclipsed the 1,000-point barrier with his last score.
So Titus Lehman for South Adams just eclipsed the 1,000-point scoring mark for his career. Blackford taking a moment to recognize that accomplishment. Congratulations to that young man. We'll have to criticize our stat department a little bit for not realizing that was a possibility when we came into tonight's game.
Yeah, it was not in my notes.
So Lehman definitely leading the scoring tonight for South Adams. Jake, I don't know if you have scores, but I can see what's on the scoreboard here. Lehman has 15 for South Adams.
Yeah, leading all scorers with 15. Like I said, he had 23 in that game last year when South Adams upset the Bruins over there at the Start Room. So he likes this matchup.
Well, we will take a little bit of a break here. We'll come back probably with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half, give you a scoring update, and then we'll take you through the third and fourth quarter. It looks like we've got an exciting one here, a 2-point game, and hopefully you'll come back and join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to take a special moment to acknowledge 2 individuals from our women's wrestling program and our coaching staff. Head coaches Ben Ulrich, assistant coach Jenny Abbott, volunteer assistant William Dyson, volunteer athletics manager and coach. This morning, 4 of our women's wrestlers traveled to the Muncie Center to participate in the IHSA Regional Championship. Hannah Jernigan is a sophomore wrestler. For the first time this season, is the first 105-pound weight class. Hannah holds a 21-17 record with 17 pins and was 4th today in regional to earn her spot to the state championship. Addison Flores is a senior who has seen the growth of Blackford wrestling in her time. As a Lady Bruin, Addison has a record of 19-14 record with 18 pins on the season. Flores is 4th in today's regional, and another week season at the IHSA State Championship. Flores will continue her wrestling career next week at the State Championship at Manchester University. The IHSA State Championship will be held at the Fort David Coliseum at Indiana State Fairgrounds on Friday, January 16th. Gates open at 8:30 a.m. Parade Championship will occur at 9:30, and the first round is at 10 a.m. Let's give them a big round of applause for Addison and Hannah.
Well, Jacob, if you're still there while we're here at halftime, we do have the ability to take a live look into the Oak Hill Zionsville game, so we'll see if we can maybe pull that up here. A huge crowd. Looks like we're coming up right at the last 2 seconds before halftime. I can't really see the score there. Maybe 25-10. Wow, that is a packed house at Oak Hill. Oak Hill's not a super large gym, but it's hard to tell with the equipment support beams or whatever in front of the home score. Or is that that's a guest score? Is that Oak Hill with the 25? Oh, I can't either. So I guess not much to see there as it is halftime now. We'll see if we can get that score. As we get close to tipping off the second half, the third quarter here. Jacob, do you have any scores, updates for us for the first half?
Yeah, some shooting and scoring stats for Blackford. Leggett led the way with 10, Kitterman had 9, Dillon had 5, Morgan had 4, and Reggie Duran had 3. So a lot more balanced attack from Blackford than what we saw last night. The Bruins were 3 of 9 from three-point range, 12 of 19 from the field as a whole. Only 4 of 9 from the free throw line. On the South Adams side, Lehman leading all scorers with 15. McKean had 3, Herring had 7, Rowe had 2, and Fields also had 2. The Starfires were 5 of 16 from three-point range, 10 of 26 from the field as a whole, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. So they've made all 4 of their free throws, put up 7 more shots than the Bruins there in the first half. So offensive rebounding and a few of those turnovers in the first quarter really gave South Adams a bit of an edge, but Bruins able to come back there in the second quarter and knock down some shots, take this 2-point lead. Some out-of-town scores that we can tell you. Jay County is leading Adams Central 32-23 at halftime, and LaPel was beating Frankton 15-14 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, again, if you're just joining us, Blackford probably about a 10-point favorite in this one. Actually trailed by 10, 20-10 at the end of the first quarter, but able to flip the script here in the second quarter, came all the way back and took this 2-point lead into the half. So we're underway in the second half. Starfires start with the ball. Try to see if they can tie things up. This is Lehman on Kitterman. Duran steps in to help. Water with the miss. Rebound to Dillon. Leggett spins. Looks like a travel, and it will be a travel. That was Herring from the corner, wouldn't go. McKean can't get it to go either. Blackford with the rebound. So a cool shooting start here for both teams so far as Kitterman gets the ball in the lane. Back out to McFeely, over to Duran. Duran will put up a 3. Rebound ends up with Rowe. Warner with the baseline drive. Get a foul here. I think that's actually going to go against Warner on the rebound.
Foul call to Starfires number 10, Warner. It's his first. Team's first this quarter.
Duran to Kitterman. Duran with the backdoor cut. Lost the handle there. It's a little bit of a rocky start so far this half for both teams. Water will bring the ball up, set things up for the Starfires. This is Herring. A lot of ball movement for the Starfires, but not a lot of opportunities to score. There's Lehman inside. Lehman from the free throw line. Nice shot.
2-point basket, number 20, Tyus Lehman.
So Lehman and McKean both averaging a little over 12 points a game. McKean's been very quiet so far tonight. He's only got 3. As Kitterman comes up short on that 3-point attempt, and that's going to be off the fingers of Marion Leggett. Also, Blackford nearly intercepts the pass to Lehman. Feely knocked it out of bounds. Couldn't quite come up with it, though. McKean to inbound for the Starfires. Warner with the jumper. Rebound to Dillon. I don't know if somebody turned the air conditioning up this quarter or what, but both teams ice cold. Only one basket so far for the Bruins. That one, Leggett's able to get that to go, and despite the challenge by the South Adams defender.
Number 11, Herring. Leggett at the line for one shot.
Leggett with the free throw gives him 13, puts the Bruins up by 3. Warner with the ball to McKean. And back to Herring. Herring to Lehman. Lehman will drive on Duran. Lehman for 3. Ties it up
Lehman
for the
was
Starfires.
begging for the ball over there. Up to 20 points for Lehman.
Dillon gets inside.
Two-point basket by Dillon. Jacob at the line for one shot.
Jacob, the Oak Hill Zionsville game heads into the third quarter now. Oak Hill is leading that game by 5.
Okay. Could be a big win for the Central Indiana Conference if they can pull that off.
Jacob Dillon's free throw is quite a bit long. Rebounds to Hunter Fields. McKean really not looking to score much. He's up against guys with probably a little bit longer reach and having a hard time finding a shot. Pass intercepted by Duran, but Lehman gets it back. He's looking down the court. Decides to keep it himself. He'll challenge Duran. Out to McKean, a deep one now. Does find a shot, but it comes up a little bit short from that distance. Leggett over the shoulder to Kitterman, but that won't go either. Now we'll scramble and battle for it. Foul's gonna, no, not a foul. It's gonna be an over and back call. So Gavin Herring had to foul a little bit earlier. He's got 3 now for the South Adams Starfires. That's what sent him to the bench for a little bit. McFeely for Blackford. McFeely's yet to score tonight. Jake, I don't believe he's even put up a shot. It's not really his role to score.
Stockholm Starfires, number 12, Rowe. It's the second team's 4th.
We have one other score update. The Lapel-Frankton game has reached halftime. And there's McFeely, just as you mentioned it. Lapel and Frankton are at halftime tied at 30.
I didn't think McFeely could hear us from up here, but apparently he did, and he was offended, so he decided to take that shot. Blackford, both teams kind of having a little trouble getting to the rhythm here. Still just a 2-point game. Starfires get that inside. That's Hunter Fields, and he's called for the travel. Another turnover. Leggett just about got caught in between steps there. Now Leggett against Fields, tries to body up. Good defense by the South Adams defender.
Foul call Bruins, number 32, Dillon, the second.
Jacob, what was the halftime score? Because we're almost through this third quarter, and just nobody's really been able to get anything going.
Blackford led 31-29 at halftime, so just 2 field goals made for each team so far.
It's McKean, and it is well off the mark. Blackford finds Kitterman, but pass was a little bit late getting there. Just Leggett against Lehman. Back out to Gurin. Jacob Dillon now on the baseline against Fields. Gurin over to Kitterman. He'll take the 3 from the right wing. Well long. Gonna get a foul on McFeely. I think it looked a little worse than it was, but it definitely sent Henry Craig flying a little bit there. He's okay though.
14, McFeely. Checking in for Blackford, number 33, Eli Morgan.
So a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. And Jacob, did you say only 1 field goal per team so far this quarter?
Two field goals per team so far in this quarter. It's been rough shooting. Bruins are 0 for 5 from the 3-point line in this quarter. South Adams 1 for 5.
Wow. So a competitive game, but entertainment value has gone down a bit. The South Adams find 15, Hunter Fields.
2-point basket.
He gets the basket inside, and we're all tied up. That's Fields' second basket of the game. He's got 4 points. 1 minute to go. Leggett will scroll down the court. Kitterman finds Dillon inside. That ball tipped out of bounds by the Bruins, and Starfiles will have it with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're all tied up at 36. This is Craig for South Adams. Over to McKean. Looks like they're going to try to run out this 40 seconds of this clock. Why not? You're tied. You're a little bit of an underdog. Shorten the game up a little bit if you can. Tried to do this at the end of the first half, but Leggett was able to poke the ball away a few times before eventually getting a foul. And South Adams does get a good look there from Fields. Now with 10 seconds to go, Leggett to Gurin. Gurin will drive. He finds Dillon inside, and he gets fouled with just under 5 seconds to go. So Jacob Dillon having a strong game for Blackford. Free throw shooting's not been great, but he's got 7 points. So Dillon with a chance to put Blackford back up front. Off the mark. Jacob, what's his 3-point shooting been tonight?
Yeah, he's 1 of 6 now from the free throw line tonight. So it's been a rough night from the charity stripe for Jacob Dillon, but he does have 7 points otherwise.
He gets the second one to go, and that puts the Bruins up by 1. Craig looking for something to do, look for somebody to throw the ball to, eventually tosses it up, and it's well short. So at the end of the third quarter, Blackford up by 1. A little bit of a rough quarter for both teams offensively. Take a quick look in here at the Oak Hill game, see what's happening there. Oak Hill is leading by 5 right now, is what I'm told. That'll should put them up by 8. That looks like 35-27. Looks like we got a timeout there by Zionsville. So Oak Hill putting on a good show. Oak Hill ranked number 1 in Class 2A, part of the Central Indiana Conference. Blackford will see them later this season, last conference game of the year. Again, Dylan left. Oh, that was Morgan. Morgan left wide open on the baseline, but the Bruins unable to make South Adams pay. Damage to McKean. Craig on the drive, blocked by Morgan. We're going to get a foul call. Bruin fans not real excited about that call.
Bruins, number 33, Morgan. At the line for the Starfires, number 2, Henry Craig. 2 shots.
The foul is on Morgan. That's his second. So we're tied back up again. Philly tries to find Kitterman, about lost it. Kitterman will force his way into the lane, stumbles, trips, but is able to toss the ball up off the rim and spin it in. Owen Rowe forces the action for South Adams. He's Leggett again. Leggett cross courts Kitterman. Lehman with the reach around foul. That'll be Lehman's second foul. He's got 20 points tonight, leading all scorers. Mari Leggett for Blackford has 13. Again, he averages 26. Mason Kitterman for Blackford with 11. Jacob Dillon has 8 for Blackford. Here's Dillon with it.
Kitterman had 0 points in the first quarter, then scored 9 in the second. 0 points again in the third quarter, so we'll see if he can get going as Leggett knocks down that 3.
Leggett from downtown puts Blackford up by 5. There's Craig from deep, and he matches. Right back to a 2-point game. Just under 6.5 to go. Yeah, we mentioned as Mason Kitterman goes, so goes the Bruins. Here's Kitterman. Finds Dillon inside, over to Morgan. He draws the foul. The Bruins are going to have to knock down some of these free throws.
Foul Starfires, number 2, Craig. The second. At the line for the Bruins, number 33, Morgan. 2 shots.
Morgan scored 4 tonight. At the end of the third quarter, Oak Hill leads Zionsville by 8. Morgan gets that second one to go. Blackford up by 4. Rowe has it stolen away, nearly stolen away. Dillon with strong defense, and South Adams coaching staff's going to call a timeout there as Blackford was putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Blackford leads by 4, 6 minutes to go here in the game.
Timeout, South Adams, 30-second timeout.
Blackford up by 4, but certainly not comfortable. Jacob, what's Blackford's three-point shooting or free throw shooting tonight?
Well, those 2 makes by Eli Morgan helped out. is now 8 of 15 for the Bruins. We were, before those 2 shots, just under 50%, now just over 50% on the night.
Well, Blackford leading, but if somehow they're not able to pull this one out tonight, I'm sure the coaching staff will look hard at that as being a major factor.
For the Bruins, number 40, Reggie Duran.
McKean in a little bit of trouble there. Finds Herring. Warner on the drive.
2-point basket, number 11, Gavin Herring.
And it's a 2-point game again. Leggett being double teamed now. Puts up the runner, knocks it down. That's 18 now for Leggett.
Basket, number 0, Harry Leggett.
There's Craig, guarded by Duran. Seems like Lehman's been quieter this last few minutes. Herring well off the mark. Leggett driving amongst everybody. Yeah, that's going to be a trouble. I think that was probably right. Leggett not happy with that call. The Bruin fans aren't, but that one, I think that was probably the right call. There's Rowe, and he's going to be fouled. We're going to get a foul on, I believe that's going to be on Reggie Duran.
Foul Bruins, number 40, Duran.
That's Duran's third. So Blackford up by 4. South Adams with the ball. McKean inbounds to Craig. Hadn't thought about the 3. This gave the impression that he did try to get the backdoor cut, but it just wasn't there. Too many Bruin defenders in the way. Probably a little optimistic on that pass. McFeely has 1 shot tonight, has yet to score. Reggie Duran finds cutting Leggett, the spin. Fight for the rebound by Jacob Dillon, but that's going to go out of bounds off of Dillon and back to South Adams. And Blackford's going to call a timeout. As far as foul trouble goes, Blackford has Mason McFeely has 3 fouls, and Reggie Duran has 3. Jacob Dillon has 2. Foul trouble for South Adams. Gavin Herring has 3. No one else more than 2. Jacob, what's the free throw shooting been for South Adams tonight, if you have that?
South Adams has not gotten to the line nearly as much as Blackford has, and they are 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a quick look at what's happening with the Oak Hill Zionsville game. Oak Hill in white, Zionsville in green. They're in the 4th quarter. It's a little bit behind where our game is. Looks like Zionsville trails by 8, trying to cut into that lead, but Oak Hill with the steal. Back here in our game, second half of the 4th quarter, 4 minutes to go. South Adams trails by 4. McKean on McFeely. Lehman double team. This is Craig. Craig will drive, dishes inside the field, and he's fouled as he makes that shot. That did go in, right?
2-point basket by number
It did, okay.
Fields. Foul of play.
So Fields cuts it to 2 with a chance to cut it to 1. That's 6 points for Fields. He's played well here in this fourth
Fields
quarter.
in the line for one shot.
Fields, a junior, averages 6 points a game. He's eclipsed that now with his 7th point. Leggett took a look up at the scoreboard, looking a little worried in my opinion, but walks it up the court. Durham finds Dillon. Oh, Dillon has it poked away by McKean. It's going to stay with the Bruins.
Jacob Dillon looking a little worse for the wear there after that diving attempt.
Blackford only really goes about 6 deep, and you see a lot of hands on hips there with all the Blackford. It's been along 2 nights after playing a tough game last night, and another full game tonight as Leggett puts up the jumper. That's doesn't even draw iron, so a little bit of concern with the Bruins. McKean drives in, no place to go, dishes it out to Lehman. Lehman will take the 15-footer from the left side, and he gives the Starfires the lead with 3 minutes to go in this game. Leggett now will drive against Lehman. Lehman just flails at Leggett. Gets the foul. He did stop the drive. Probably not the worst decision in the world. Leggett is so good once he gets the defense on their heels there. That's Lehman's 3rd, though. That pass tipped away by Craig. Good hustle by Craig. Almost got down to it. I'm not really sure who that was off of. It's going to be Blackford basketball. So we're down to the final 3 minutes. South Adams leads the Blackford Bruins by 1. Bruins undefeated at 10-0. Leggett for 3. Well short. Rebound to Craig. Craig pushes it forward to Fields. Starfires can't keep the handle on the basketball.
You talk about fatigue maybe being a factor for Blackford, and just kind of the way the schedule has worked out this year. They haven't really had to play games on back-to-back nights very often. Of course, they did have to play 3 games in 2 days in that tournament over the holiday break, but 2 of those games were not particularly competitive, and starters were still pretty fresh by the time they got to the 3rd game. So it's the first time all year they've had to play 2 really tough games on back-to-back nights.
Well, Mason Kitterman just was able to work the mop and clean up some sweat down here under the basket, which caused a little bit of delay there, but you looked at Jacob Dillon and Amari Leggett, and they looked beat. They were happy to have the little delay. Leggett against Lehman, air ball. Rebound Herring. South Adams with the lead, 2.5 minutes to go. Lehman on the left side. There's McKean. Oh, McKean nearly lost the ball. Foul will go against Mason Kitterman for Blackford. That'll be Kitterman's first foul.
23, Kitterman. His first team's 4th.
That's the 4th foul for Blackford, so every foul from this point on will be 2 shots for South Adams, which could be critical as we go into the last 2.5 minutes of this game. Starfires find Fields, but he can't finish. Rebound Herring, I believe. He can't get it to go either. That's blocked by Dillon. Craig stepped in there, tried to steal it away. Good, strong defense by South Adams, or actually offensive rebounding and defense, but Blackford still ends up with it. It's a 1-point deficit.
Bruins have still yet to hit a 3 in the second half.
Leggett against McKean there. I think that's going to go against McKean. It is. The South Adams fan definitely wanted an offensive foul there. I think you can hear the classic "That's horrible" call from some of the fans from South Adams. Reggie Duran in the corner. He's kind of in a tough spot there. Kitterman, a dangerous pass to McFeely. That's going to stay with Blackford. So we're now under 2 minutes. Leggett will just take it himself. It goes in, and that foul's going to go against Hunter Fields.
2-point basket, number 0, Leggett. Foul on Starfires, number 15.
So that'll put Blackford up by 1. That is 20 now for Leggett tonight. The 80% free throw shooter will go to the line to try to extend the Blackford lead to 2. Jacob, I expect to see a lot more of Leggett driving in those last 2 minutes.
Yeah, when Blackford needs a bucket, that's what they go to. And we've seen a lot of him driving in this fourth quarter as a whole, and hasn't had a great success rate, or at least not as good as we're used to. That one looked really good.
Oh, so Fields had some trouble inside. South Adams coach called timeout as there was a lot of wrestling for the ball inside. I believe South Adams made that shot after the timeout was called. So Jacob, did that shot go in?
Yeah, it went in.
Yeah.
The whistle definitely blew before.
Yeah, it was
before
definitely after the foul, but that's a rough one as a coach. You called the timeout to try to save your team a turnover, and you cost your team a bucket. I'm not sure how you feel about. I've never been a big fan of when they started allowing the coaches to call a timeout. I feel like that's part of the game, and the players should be allowed to play the game and not have the coaches involved there. But it is what it is, and in that case, I think the South Adams coaches made the wrong decision, unfortunately.
It is something you see pretty often when the coach is trying to save a possession by calling a timeout.
They're still up by 8. Oak Hill's still up by 8. It must be 39-31. Looks like they're not going to get back going before we are, so back to live action here. So South Adams with the ball, trying to tie this game up. A minute and a half to go in the ball game. A deep pass by McKean. Just Craig over to Lehman. Lehman for 3 in the lead. The rebound by Blackford, and Leggett was right there calling timeout. Dylan was laying on the floor as the ball came to him. Good decision by Leggett. So Blackford will have possession with a 2-point lead with a minute and a half to go. I'll take a quick look back at the Oak Hill again. Again, Zionsville in green, Oak Hill in white. Oak Hill's lead still 8, 3.5 to go in that game. Oh, Jacob, I appreciate we have Jared Hammond who runs our scoreboard for us, so we don't have to use a camera that is partially blocked like they do at Oak Hill. So appreciate Jared being here to do that for us every night. Coming up on the final minute of this ball game, Blackford with a 2-point lead and the ball. Reggie Duran guarded by McKean, and McKean with a little forearm shiver there. I believe that's going to send Reggie Duran to the line. Duran hasn't gone to the line much this year. He's a 50% free throw shooter, 3 of 6. Don't know that was an intentional foul, but the way it worked out, probably not the worst thing that could happen for South Adams. Duran misses that one. I believe that puts Blackford back under 50% on the night. And Duran misses the second. Rebound to Craig. Craig pushes it up to Rowe. into the last minute. Number 1 is McKean. He's their best three-point shooter. Lehman's had a good night. He's been leading the scoring tonight. Got to McKean. Oh, that's actually Craig. And he knocks it down. And South Adams takes the lead 50-49 with 45 seconds to go in this ball game. Blackford's 10-0 undefeated streak on the line. Number 6 Bruins being challenged by the Starfires. Leggett will try to take it himself. He'll drive against 4 defenders, and he gets it to go in. The Bruins take the lead by 1. 30 seconds to go in this one.
What a play by Leggett. 1-on-4 there. Got it to go.
Here's McKean. Give it to Lehman. 20 seconds to go. I think you want Lehman to get this shot. Lehman double teamed. He gets a little bit of space, puts up the jumper. It's off the mark. Rebound to Dillon, and he's going to be fouled. I believe that foul's going to be on Herring. It's going to send Dillon to the line. Dillon struggled there tonight. We've already talked about that a little bit. You can see with his hands on his hips now. The Bruin players are exhausted. So 2 shots with a 1-point lead. And the most he can do if he hits them both is make it a 3-point lead. So South Adams going to have a chance for this. 7.6 seconds to go. Jacob, what's Dillon shooting tonight from the free throw line?
Jacob Dillon is 2 of 7 tonight from the free throw line. Made his last one.
So hopefully the young man can knock one down here. What's the team overall tonight?
It'll take me a minute to add it up. It's right around 50%.
So Dillon needs this one. Move the lead up to 2. Misses the second one. Rebound to the Starfires. And Leggett reaches around to foul. I don't know what is going on there. Did we have a foul to give? I don't think we did.
Timeout, South Adams. Full timeout.
Apparently we did have a foul to give. The scoreboard said we were on 4 fouls. I thought that was the 5th. I'm still not sure if we're shooting free throws here or not. Well, that'll be interesting. So we'll all be in suspense. 4.3 seconds to go. Blackford has a 1-point lead. South Adams either has I assume they have the ball and not shooting free throws, or we would be setting up a little bit different here from an official standpoint. So Jacob,
totals for the Bruins on free throw shooting: 8 of 17 tonight.
Say 8 of 17.
8 of 17.
All right, so number 20 is Lehman for South Adams. He's their best shooter. Well, I mean, he's led the team in scoring tonight with 23. Their best shooter actually is McKean, number 1. Apparently, we're not going to be shooting free throws.
Yeah, McKean is only 1 of 7 tonight, whereas Lehman from three-point land is 4 of 7.
Well, McKean's inbounding, so I don't expect that's going to come to him unless they look to make the pass back to the inbounder. They'll try to get this. That ball's inbounded to Harry. Harry shot up and off the mark, and the Bruins are going to hold on to this one. They're going to move to 11-0.
Wow. Unbelievable ending there.
We'll try to pull up a replay here. Oh, it was so far down in there, but in the end, Blackford's going to come away with a 1-point victory over the South Adams Starfires and move to 11-0. So Blackford will be at Mississinawa in Central Indiana Conference action next Friday night, and then next Saturday they'll be back here at Bruin Gymnasium to host the Winchester Eagles. Mari Leggett had 23 points tonight. Mason Kitterman added 11. Titus Lehman led not all scorers, but led the Starfires with 22. earlier tonight. As part of that 22, he eclipsed the 1,000-point mark for his career. So congratulations to Titus Lehman for that.
Best of luck to the Starfires in the remainder of their season, as well as our Blackford Bruins. Everyone have a safe and exciting basketball
Jacob,
season
any
and
final
drive safely.
updates on any stats for you?
Yeah, for the Bruins, did not hit a three-point shot there in the whole of the second half. They were 3 of 14 from beyond the arc for the game as a whole. They were 18 of 35 from the field, and like we said, 8 of 17 from the free throw line. For South Adams, they were 8 of 26 from the three-point line. They were 18 of 52 from the field as a whole. They made 6 of their 7 free throws tonight.
All right, well, we'll kind of show you what's going on in this Oak Hill game. It looks like Oak Hill's got that under control. If you do want to watch the end of that, that's available at IHSAA TV. Same place we are available. We're also available on Blackford Athletics YouTube channel. So our next broadcast will be next Saturday night as Blackford hosts Winchester. We hope you'll join us and appreciate you joining us tonight. On behalf of myself, our cameraman Mike, Jacob Clam, and Jared Hammond, wish you a very pleasant evening.